What's going on, world? We are back. 2024. Your boy Kuya, Heather. Nerds rule the world. Our weekly entertainment picks. Vibes. It's crazy. We are in a new year. I don't even know how to feel right now, Heather. We're back. It's been a minute. I think a week or so. We took off.
We took a break.
A much needed break. I don't even know how to act because we stay busy. We stay rocking and rolling and working, and so it's just weird. But how are you? How's your holidays? I know we caught a little bit offline before we started rolling, but I guess general consensus for the people, it's what we do in these podcasts, right? We share ourselves a little bit with what's been going on. But did you have a good ending to your 2023 and holiday?
My holiday was kind of quiet. We don't like to do a whole lot. We literally just for New Year's we sat at home and ate Chinese food, and that was it. It was okay. It was fun. We had dinner with some family. We talked about traveling for next year. It was a quiet way to end you and I have both had very, very hectic 2023s. And it kind of all started at the end of 2022 and led into 2023. What I will say is this: when it comes to how 2023 ends, for everyone out there, I hope you have at least some good memories in 2024. I'm not expecting anything better. It's never a good thing to say, I want this year to be a better year, because it just doesn't end up happening. Just kind of hoping that as we're moving into the new year, that some good things happen.
Yes. I'm with you. I was thinking about the past year, as we all do. I think that's of nature when you close out the year, what you've accomplished, what you didn't accomplish, what your hopes are. I don't make resolutions anymore. I just live, because we don't hold ourselves to those resolutions as well. I think that's the most important thing when people make resolutions. You can make a resolution, but are you holding yourself to that resolution? So if you don't know, or if you just, it's just, why? I don't know. I just hope to do better. You know what I'm saying? And hope I achieve what I want to achieve. But just life just is crazy and wild, and you can't control life. And I agree with everything you said. It's been crazy. As negative as 2023 was for me in different ways, there was also a lot of positives, I would say. And so I don't want to harp on things, or just when I reflect on things, I think everything was meant for a reason, in a lot of different ways. And it turns us into the people who we are now. And I'm happy I'm the person I am now. And I'm happy of the people that are in my life right now, because they are the real ones. And, like you, Heather, and Glenn, and the whole squad, the people that are with you will always be with you. And the people that aren't supposed to be with you, they'll find themselves out. So I'm thankful for everything. So I'm excited. You put up a wonderful post that got me really hype, in regards to 2023, what it was. I'm kind of dictating, without looking what you posted, but at the same time, just the optimism of 2024 is what I appreciated. And so I thank you for that. And I'm looking forward to what we'll all accomplish on the squad. And yeah, man, and just having fun, because that's the most important thing, is just having fun. And if we can get paid for it at the same time, I'm looking at you, sponsors. That would be nice.
Right here.
That would be nice, because we are putting in this work, promoting y'all stuff. So show your people some love. We'd appreciate it. But I'm excited, Heather, and I hope all the best for you in the coming year. As much as I hope for myself and my peoples as well. Yeah, man, let's make it happen. So new year, new picks is what we do. It's the weekly entertainment picks. I got some picks for you, Heather. These I haven't seen yet. I know you've seen some of them. Well, one of the picks.
One of them, yeah.
I have a screener, so I actually will probably check it out shortly as well to prep for my WTOP picks. So FYI, y'all, if y'all don't know, I'm on WTOP here in the DC area. Stay tuned, because I gotta present those picks for y'all. But let's get right into it, Heather. We may or may not have a review on this. I'm still debating whether or not I may go to the screening. But let's kick it off with a horror in the new year. Let's get some
horror. A horror. We're gonna kick it off with a horror.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick it off with a horror film, Heather. This one, I was thinking this other film, but I'll mention it. I'll mention it now. There's another film out there that I have seen that's dropping this week. It's called Memory with Jessica Chastain and one of the Skarsgård brothers. Really depressing. It's about her taking care of the Skarsgård guy. I don't know if it was Peter Stellan. I can't remember the Skarsgård, but she's a caretaker. He has like this weird disease that he can't remembers a lot of things. They both went to apparently the same school back in the day, and she was raped, and she thought he was one of the guys that raped her back in the day, and it's called Memory. So emphasis on the memory, and just trying to overcome things, but then they find themselves digging each other. It's really weird, but it's very depressing. I don't even think I finished it. I think I got 75% through, so I can't claim the whole movie yet because I got to finish the movie. But it was just so depressing. It was great acting. Skarsgård's, the Skarsgårds know how to act. Jessica Chastain knows how to act, but it was just a heavy film. But that's dropping this week.
Chastain does that a lot, though. She's really hitting in the heavy spots lately.
Yeah.
It's been kind of watch movies that appease your soul. And be careful of others.
That's why I didn't know if I wanted to promote that one. I'm like, horrors, that's a different kind of escapism.
Yeah.
But let's kick it off, and then we'll talk about the other two picks that are coming to Netflix. So I'm gonna keep y'all at home outside of this one theater film. So let's head to the theaters with a horror film called Night Swim. Here we go, Heather. Nope. A lot of nope.
Blumhouse, naturally.
Of course.
When we all fall asleep, where do we go? Kiss me.
No, he didn't. When we were fixing up the pool.
Ow.
They said it hadn't been used in 15 years.
Maybe they weren't pool people. This is not for the kids.
I used to be scared of pools.
Cider! Come on, Cider!
Getting a vibe here. Do you have a boyfriend?
No. Hey, someone's coming over in a minute.
Keep your mouth shut.
Marco. You need to say something back. Ronan, Marco.
Why aren't you saying anything?
My kids have seen things. And I'm worried something is happening to my husband.
Dad?
I've been looking for you.
There has to be some way to stop this.
Marco.
Elliot!
I'm really curious on the premise of this whole thing. It's scary pool. What? Demonic pool. What do you think about this one, Heather?
I'm gonna start just with a general complaint. Using animal violence in horror films has been escalating quite a bit, and it's meant to add a level of emotional stress. It's literally one of the top two things that adds that stress level. And it's actually kind of off-putting at this point to me.
Gotcha.
a lot of people own pets, and that's really what can stress someone out a little too much. And even if it's just 45 seconds of a film, I don't know. It's getting to the point of the animals getting murdered constantly. It's just getting to be a lot. Other than that, and that's once again, that's just a general statement on the horror industry. There has been an acknowledgement that that is done purposefully, and it's just kind of not fun anymore. Like,
yeah.
it used
The
to
cheap
be.
way to scare people, and
It is. It's getting
think
to
about our
that point
pets
where
like that.
it's just too. It's if you are acknowledging that you're doing it strictly for those types of stress levels, then it's about time that it needs to stop. That's just me, once again, broader horror complaint. Other than that, the movie looks very interesting. It also looks very limited. I know that sounds weird.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's weird. Like, I'm curious, demonic possession,
In a
like
pool?
in a pool. Like, it's just weird to make that all come together like that. I don't know.
When there's, to say it, there are movies, there are so many horror movies out there. Trying to find a place to do something new is absolutely becoming more and more difficult without it seeming like it is replicating already developed works. And that makes absolute sense. So it's interesting from a point of they're definitely trying to do something different here, but it also seems really, really small.
Yeah.
Like, I'm more intrigued at how you can tell this story in an hour and a half feature versus the actual film itself, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
It feels like it's going to get dragged a little bit. It's going to be interesting. But yeah, I just think if I'm choosing again between the horror film and the depressing memory film,
Absolutely.
although it's great acting, and I do need to go finish it because again, they're great actors. There's a message there, and I don't know, the horror. I'm more inclined to put my money on the horror right now. And
Absolutely. No, it's escapism. Like, it's one of the
Yeah.
things about horror. So
yeah. So there you go. Night Swim. Let's head over to Netflix. Those are going to hold us down with the top 2 picks. This one, we have an awesome interview coming very soon to the channel from our wonderful Heather. It's a new series called The Brother's Son. Let's go.
I'm not your prisoner. I'm here to negotiate.
We have no problem killing your son.
I dare you to go after Charles.
Who said anything about Charles? All these years, you were hiding someone else.
Bruce, our family is head of the Jade Dragons.
So we're like criminals. You could have told me that.
We were trying to keep you safe.
Yeah, nice fucking work.
The family is under attack. Some new gang wants to take our place. It's time for my brother to step up.
I don't want to be a gangster. What if I just want to do what I want?
We have a word for that in Taiwan. American.
Our enemies are coming after you to get to me.
I'm starting to think that neither of us really know Mom at all.
Don't question her.
I am still your mother.
Tell me what I want to know.
Or,
I'm going to tattoo a penis on your face.
okay. You go, girl. Get what's yours. Or don't go, girl. Or at least pause, girl.
Which brother are you? The killer or the dipshit?
Take action and end this.
I don't think we've ever hugged before.
You're probably gonna die, so might as well get one in before you go.
All right. The series drops this week. Is it all episodes, Heather? Do you know? Or
yes, all 8 episodes drop on January 4th.
All right. So you had an interview with one of the actors on it. I had an interview with one of the brother's son, Samsung Lee, like a year or two ago from one of his previous projects right before he started working on The Brother's Son. But you have Kevin, I don't even want to try pronouncing that last name.
So he's actually the director, Kevin Thompson
okay.
Rowan, and probably still saying his name wrong. He does correct me in the interview, so definitely go take a look at it. It'll be up on the 4th. I had a really fun interview with him. He was one of the main collaborators for the entire series, but he did direct 5 of the 8 episodes. He's done a lot of stuff. He's done a whole bunch of DC television shows. He's a professional choreographer. And so he's done a lot of really cool things that led to this highly choreographed, really fun series. Has a lot of heart. It's the brothers Sun are, they're both very different, but it also gives us a really great a great family look into how anyone could want anything else. This is not a review because this is going to go up before the 4th and we don't break embargo dates here. But it's one of those where the show is definitely a curious one. A lot of classic Kung Fu film feels to it. Something that him and I talked about. So definitely check out the review and definitely check out the show.
Awesome. I can't wait. It looks like a lot of fun. Sam was great to talk to. And it seems like you had a great interview with Kevin and Michelle Yao. Come on now. Like, of course.
I actually did a really fun question because I have in the interviews, group interviews, the press conferences, we've both done a bunch of them, but Michelle Yao she's made her way into a couple additional things over the last couple years, as we know. And I actually asked Kevin, I was just like, tell me how it is to work with her, because I wanted to time how long it took him to get to Auntie. Because in every single interview where someone asks, tell us how it is to work with her, within the first 30 seconds, someone says she gives off Auntie energy. And I think he got 22 seconds in before he said it. So
I love it. That is awesome. And that's so real. I can feel that vibe. That's awesome. All right. Well, I'm excited for that, y'all. Stay tuned. Heather's bringing that amazing interview. We'll have that up. And then the interview with Sam from a couple years back, but Brother Son. And then hopefully Heather and I can get together to do maybe a recap of the entire 8 episodes for the channel. But to top it off, this pick, my number 1 pick, is also on Netflix, dropping this week again. Might get you a little hungry, but also maybe not the things you want to eat. This film was pushed on to me quite a bit because we're in award season right now. I'll probably hopefully tune into this. I have the screener for this, and I'll probably have to pass it to you too, Heather, which reminds me as well. But it's dropping this week. It's called Society of the Snow. You ready?
Sure.
All right.
Society of the Snow. I will say this, Brother's Son will make you hungry. It will. It's the only review I'm going to give.
Oh, I'm sure that one too. Oh, and get ready to read, people. All y'all that hate foreign language films, that don't like to read, y'all
learn, get better.
Listen out. These are amazing films. I love foreign language films.
Por favor, abróchense cinturones.
Very Yellow Jackets feel so far.
Yeah. And you probably remember this. They did a film about this story years ago as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Andes, you get stuck.
¿Sabemos dónde estamos?
Mírame los ojos. Mírame los ojos.
El avión no se ve.
Y aunque pasen por encima nuestro, no van a ver.
¿Qué pasa cuando el mundo te abandona? Cuando no tenés ropa y te estás congelando.
¡Vamos a llegar hasta arriba!
Cuando no tenés comida y te estás muriendo.
Si no comemos nos vamos a morir.
¿Comer qué?
Yo no me voy a quedar acá.
¿Ahora se van a dejar morir? ¿Después de todo lo que pasó?
Vos tenés las mejores piernas del equipo. Tenés que caminar por los demás.
Hay que intentarlo.
All right. So I also had a thought here. I know I didn't include memory because it could be depressing. This is depressing as hell too.
It's I know. Say
but there's a little bit of an action element to it, so that's why this gets a little bit more of a nod than memory.
Okay.
Like rape, and finding and meeting your rapist in the future, like that's still a very heavy. Like this, I don't know. But I got a question for you, Heather. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So stuck in the Andes, our plane goes down. We lose the limb. We're able to secure the limb, but you have no food. Do you eat that arm to feed yourself? Do you eat your arm? I would eat my arm. I would, if it was me, in order to survive. But that's kind of weird. But
there is
eat another person to stay alive.
If you are saving not only yourself but others, and you can't, and it's something that you can no longer use anyway, it's going to kill you. It's like that's one big thing, is it's going to kill you. And it's unfortunately, I actually heard a really, really depressing podcast about this. We are meat, we are energy, we are all the things that can be utilized.
Yeah.
Is it something that we want to just haphazardly do? Absolutely not. But if it's something that will save not only one person, but multiple, absolutely.
Yeah, I would serve my Arma Patrick.
Yep.
Barbecue.
I got two. It's fine.
You know what I'm saying? If I already lost the limb, then go ahead, man. Like, yeah. And thinking of if it was just me and my family and just my wife and daughter, I'd serve them myself to them if I had to. You just want to do anything you can for the people you love. But yeah, real depressing. And I'm so like, I was like, you know what? The whole time I'm having this would be my topic. I'm like, it is, but it's an interesting story. I seen the American version of this story years ago, and now I'm curious with the Spanish take on it, how this one's going to play out, and plus all the pushes that I'm hearing because of how good it is from Sundance. Can't wait to check it out. So there you go. Those are my picks. Night Swim, The Brother's Son, and Society of Snow to start off the new year. Heather, I think I'm like right here.
I'm pretty much like, I'm more like 85%. Once again, Night Swim kind of played on a couple of tropes just within.
Yeah.
To sideline, the creators of a product are not the people that create the trailers. The people who create the trailers want to pull in people. So there's some give and take there. But from what I saw from the trailer for Night Swim, there are too many cliche tropes. Some of them are just meant to be there to give you anxiety, and I'm just not into it. But that doesn't mean I don't want to see it. I'd probably just wait for it to hit Netflix or something like that. The other two, though, I mean, not that I haven't or have not seen one of them, but the first one, Society of the Snow, is an incredibly harrowing story. I've only ever read about it. I didn't even know. I knew that there was a movie, but I've never seen it.
Oh, okay.
But it's one of those where it's history, and you know what? Sometimes history is really, really, really gross, and it's gross on purpose. So knowing stuff is always a good thing.
Yeah. And Brother Son, I'll look good. There you go. Those are picks for this first week of the year. Before we leave out with the films that we know are coming this year, we didn't do like a 2024, highly anticipation list, but what can you think of like your top 3 offhand, Heather? Or what you're looking forward to in the new year? I know a lot of it's kind of weird to ask that question because so many things got shuffled now. Like I'm trying to think of what you might say, but we don't even know because of the strike. Everything got pushed even more forward into upcoming years. Because I think we're only getting like one MCU film with Deadpool, right?
Yeah, I think no, I think there's 2 or 3, but I think at least one of them is just Disney Plus thing. I mean, we're getting Echo, we're getting Deadpool
series.
But it's one of those where I honestly want to see where 2024 goes, because we're still not out of the firing pit for a couple of things. And because general reminder, AI is a tool. It is not a replacement. AI is a tool, not a replacement.
Yes. All right. So
I'm just hoping it happens. Hoping 2024 happens.
Yeah. So we're going to play it by ear, and we'll cover it here as we always do. We'll give you our reacts to what we know is coming. We've already reacted to a bunch of stuff that we know is coming in 2024. So check out our Reacts tab. We're actually about to record a couple right now for you all in just a second. But so yeah, there you go. I guess I won't have you answer that. It's kind of difficult. We're going to play it by ear, but I agree with you 110% about AI as a creative, as a filmmaker. In between our off time, I've been reading more and more about that, and just how sad and how it takes away from us creatives, and how people are using it as a tool. As much as I think there should be tools for people, but we also have to think about how certain tools are literally stealing from creatives to be helpful to other people. So I don't know. There's a lot to follow on that, and from many fronts. As an actor, background actors, that get cast, but now may not be needed, and that was one of the things part of our contract that we were, talking about with our strikes and everything. So yes, it's crazy, wild time as we head into 2024 and the future. But thank you, Heather. All of our links are in the description below. Make sure you check us out. Hit us up. Let us know if we were off on our picks, or if there's some you suggest, and how we could improve the show throughout the year. Let's get interactive. We're going to try and do more and do better and improve and, make things happen as we do. All right. Heather, your boy Kuya, out.